nobody coming from the dead. Ain't nobody, and if he is dead.
Right.
Right, if he really
Murder
is
of
dead.
rapper Julio Foolio. His real name is Charles Jones.
Julio was killed in an ambush-style attack in the parking lot of a Tampa hotel yesterday morning.
Y'all, the air on the entertainment sector is charged with suspicion in the aftermath of Julio Foolio's alleged passing. Now, many people believe that Julio has been sending hints about his tragedy being fake, including posting weird messages from on social media to predicting his own death. Yeah, you heard that right. The plot thickens as Julio's family has refused to talk about the rapper's demise or release an official statement. There are a plethora of things to investigate, so let's get into it. Julio's death, incident, and events prior. A little over 2 weeks ago, the news of the tragic demise of the upcoming rapper Julio Foolio started making rounds. It was revealed that on the day of the incident, the rapper was at an Airbnb celebrating his 26th birthday with some of his people. According to reports, he was fatally injured in a hotel parking lot in Tampa. The news was later confirmed by Louis Fusco, a representative for the artist. He said, Mr. Jones had been in Tampa to celebrate his birthday over the weekend. Law enforcement reports indicate that he initially stayed at an Airbnb but was asked to leave due to exceeding occupancy limits. He subsequently relocated to the Holiday Inn, where he was involved in an incident in the hotel parking lot and reportedly ambushed. Soon after, the Tampa Police Department revealed important details on the incident. The reports revealed that the first officers responded to a 911 call reporting a pew-pew incident around 4:40 a.m. to find 2 vehicles that had been fired on and 4 individuals who were injured in the incident. Jones was pronounced dead at the scene, and the 3 other wounded victims were transported to the hospital in stable condition.
Murder of rapper Julio Foolio. His real name is Charles Jones.
Julio was killed in an ambush-style attack in the parking lot of a Tampa hotel yesterday morning.
Now, we know that Julio had a great talent, as he was an independent artist, and he had started getting noticed with his Soulja K collab, Dirty Sticks, that essentially ranked 13th on the top 20 Florida rappers fall list by Say Cheese TV. In July 2018, he created his breakout mixtape collaboration, Six Tuven, with legendary producer Zay Tuven, and the rest was history. However, Julio had a weird habit of rapping about friends who were eliminated, even when he was 15, and according to his Spotify bio, he allegedly used music as therapy. Although there's nothing wrong with Julio's approach, but it allegedly became real creepy when he started to straight up mock people's demises. While everyone in the hip-hop community was taken aback by the incident, there was one person who was expecting it. During an Instagram live session that was posted to his page, the internet personality claimed that the 26-year-old ultimately had it coming.
Say they done got that Julio Foolio boy. I told him they would go get him. Yeah, well, I didn't tell him they would go get him. I just knew they would go get him because the boy works hard to get got. No.
Now, Charleston didn't stop there. He continued, claiming that Julio had offended many people with his ungodly antics. Because the boy worked hard to get got. That guy worked hard to get hit on. Man, they hit his foot off last year. Guy got his foot shot off. Ain't supposed to be bouncing around on his birthday. Man, get somewhere and sit down and rest that foot and work your hips. Ain't supposed to be effing. And then I'm thinking, at the Holiday Inn? What the F, man? Inn ain't no protection on a inn at the Holiday Inn. They ain't even got valet parking. I guess when you got an entourage of guys rolling around, you can't go get one of them high-dollar rooms. Everybody's saying, man, what you think about this? Well, all I'ma say is, man, that inn worked hard to die. You might be wondering about why Charleston had been so critical of Julio's behavior. You see, Jones belonged to the Jacksonville gang KTA, which has been feuding for years with the gang ATK. Jacksonville rapper Young and Ace is the star of ATK. The 2 groups grew out of the rap subculture drill rap, which focuses on D culture, firearms, and gang V. If you are a rap fan, you already know that this beef has been brewing on cold for years. However, this beef went from bad to deadly with the May 2017 elimination of 19-year-old Zion Brown on Jacksonville's west side after a man stormed a home there and hit him to death. You see, Brown was Julio Foolio's cousin. The prime suspect that was arrested in that incident was 19-year-old DeAndre Thomas and Young and Ace. Ace, whose real name is Kenyatta Bullard pleaded no contest in an Orange Park robbery that occurred 7 months before Brown's M. Thomas and Bullard were both implicated in that robbery, where the two conspired to rob someone who was reportedly selling marijuana, according to a June 18 article in the Florida Times-Union. Hits were seemingly fired into that home, nearly missing a couple and a 1-year-old child. Now, this turn of events resulted in a chain reaction, where Young and Ace was the target in a retaliatory altercation for Brown's death in June 2018, when he and 3 other teens went to a town center restaurant to celebrate the rapper's brother's birthday. Ace survived after being hit 8 times. The 3 other people, including his brother, Trevon Bullard, died. Interestingly, following the mass hitting, Julio Foolio made several posts on social media glorifying the deletions. He even created a t-shirt airbrushed with a photo of Royale Devon Smith Jr., who was just 23 when he died, which said, "Rest in P, 23. This attempt on Julio's part set forth a new circle of eliminations. The bloodshed continued in January 2019 with another mass hitting, this time outside of Paradise Gentlemen's Club on Bay Meadows Road, where Willie Addison, a rapper known as Boss Goon, was eliminated. In addition to that, family members of ATK rapper Kesu, whose real name is Hakeem Robinson, was also injured. More retaliatory hits followed in January 2019 with the death of Charles Quentin McCormick Jr., a KTA rapper who went by the name Lil Buck. That was followed by another hit on KTA a month later, in February 2019, with the death of Julio Foolio's little brother, 16-year-old Adrian Denard Graynard Jr., a.k.a. Bibby, at a Moncrief area apartment complex. Predictably, Kesu celebrated these latest eliminations by putting the fallen KTA victims on the cover of his album entitled Bibby Out, named for Julio Foolio's little brother. So yeah, they have a history of eliminations on both sides, so it might not be wrong to assume that after Julio's incident, many blamed Ace for his demise. This theory was further supported by the fact that just hours after Julio's passing, Ace released a new song to allegedly mock his death. You see, Young and Ace released a new song called Do It, in which he explicitly raps about chasing down his rivals with a firearm. While Youngin doesn't mention Foolio by name, the video depicts masked men hitting another man in what looks like a parking lot of a motel. Fans notice that the lyrics in the song are also very pointedly about eliminating someone. If anyone was surprised when Ace dropped that song the same day Foolio died, ain't been paying attention to how this beef been going. That was his favorite op. Ace been waiting for him to get dropped and troll Foolio and his people. On the other hand, in an Instagram Stories post, Foosgo offered his condolences, adding that the rapper was often misunderstood. I am deeply saddened to hear about the passing of Foolio. While most people knew him as the controversial rapper and entertainer, I was fortunate enough to know Charles Jones, the man beyond the public persona. He was a kid who grew up in challenging circumstances, determined to defy the odds by any means possible and succeed in all that he did. His journey was marked by resilience and a deep-seated desire to strive for greatness. You might not know, but Julio's mother, Sandricus, announced a new documentary about him, sharing a video with glimpses of Foolio on her Instagram. She started by saying that the documentary would be released soon and continued. The story that only I can tell because I know the truths from the fakes. I think I'm the only mother that keep it real, while most others know damn well what was going on with their own sons. This been going on since 2014, 2015. Them not knowing I stayed on you about this beefish. Cussed you out, begged you to take stuff down. And when I was hit 8 times, I spared their lives even though mine was changed. 10 plus years ago, you started this music stuff in Jack's FL and had all the teen parties turned, caught megabuses to ATL at 16 for your career. Why people calling fake? Even after the authorities confirmed Julio's passing, it has been clearly evident that many fans do not believe that's the case. Fans were still mourning the death of Foolio following a shooting at his birthday celebrations, but it's been a very strange process so far. Moreover, that's thanks to his Instagram account, which has still been active and posting stuff since his passing, leading many to believe wild conspiracy theories about him faking this tragedy. This latest post adds more speculative gas to that fire. The account posted on its story showing someone, presumably the Florida rapper himself, flexing their jewelry, saying, "The life of a demigod," purple devil emoji. You can never eliminate a demigod. The power of voodoo is real, and the world will be shocked very soon. Mark these words. No, mommy. That's not all, as Foolio's Instagram account also recently commented on a post featuring his alleged eliminator, and its language ties back to him being a supernatural entity. It said, "Demigod, I ain't going nowhere. I'm a demigod. You can't get me." Foolio's IG was a picture of bizarreness, as a poster uploaded another video of Foolio, claiming he was allegedly going to wreak havoc when his time is right. It explicitly said, "My grandma does voodoo. He's here, going to shock the world when the time is right. Game over? The game's just begun." While speculations are high, but nothing has been proven yet. According to some photos from No Jumper, it appears that his family held private funeral services for him. Not much is known about the details surrounding the burial as of now. However, the images seem to confirm that it did in fact happen. Foolio's body was seemingly placed inside of a custom casket, which appeared to have a couple of interpolations of murals of him. It was transported to a cemetery via horse and carriage. The ceremony seemingly ended with some close friends getting ready to release doves. In addition to all that drama, recently, an unidentified man is going viral on social media right now for claiming that he was the one who fatally hit the rapper, which are unverified claims since he concealed his face with a ski mask and an orange beanie. Not only that, but the man claims that he acted on the orders of the Florida MC's rap and real-life rival, Young and Ace, who supposedly paid him $10,000 to carry out the attack. We know that Do It was released on the same day as Julio's death, and many have been speculating about his possible involvement in the hitting. Legal experts claim that the song might end up being used as evidence that could be used against Ace. They said, "Did you hear what he just said? If they can link Young and Ace to any kind of case related to this is coming into evidence. Now we're going to have more eliminations, because it's just going to fuel it even more. If you dance close to the sun, you're going to get effing burned. Look at that car. That is premeditated first-degree M, no question about it. But I mean, and then admitting to crimes online? You watch, all this stuff is going to come out. We're seeing it in Young Thug's case, where they're using his own lyrics against him in a criminal trial." Other attempts on him. Unfortunately, this incident was not a one-time happening for Julio. Back in January, Julio looked back on his life, claiming that he has had multiple attempts on his life. However, instead of correcting his ways, he taunted his enemies to do better. "Over 5+ attempts on my life and I'm still here. Real demigod. People are trying to eliminate a superstar. These last couple of months, years of my life have been tragic. God been trying to send me a message, multiple attempts on my life. I keep surviving. I keep losing my brothers to jail and graveyards. But I know the Most High doing everything for a reason. He let me walk again for a reason." Listen, just 2 years prior, Julio was the target of a drive-by hitting. Charles Jones was grazed by a bee during the altercation outside a Riverside home where music was being recorded. Neighbors near where the incident happened revealed that they had made complaints for months about suspicious activities at the home where the altercation happened, but seemingly those complaints were being ignored. Anyway, Julio was targeted again in Houston as well. However, Julio went on live to broadcast his injuries while provoking his enemies at the same time. "I didn't get hit. I got grazed in the leg. I hit back in self-defense. My firearm is registered. If I did something illegal, the police would put me in jail. A guy did miss 100 shots, though. They must have thought I was lacking for sure. Y'all miss a whole 100 shots, literally?" Well, the Texas incident was more serious, and Foolio went live from his hospital bed saying, "An expletive hit me, but didn't eliminate me." The attempt on Foolio's life was mentioned in a rival gang's viral music video, "Who I Smoke," weeks after the Texas incident. In that song, Jacksonville rapper Fast Money Goon rhymed that he was allegedly lurking on Foolio's page and caught him off guard in Houston. Anyway, the Tampa Police Department has already launched an investigation, and Police Chief Lee Barkaw has now revealed that the gangs linked to the incident are residents of Jacksonville. On the other hand, Sheriff T.K. Waters refused to reveal more details on the gangs after appearing at a press conference, where he asserted that they won't tolerate any retribution or revenge. He alleged that Julio's gang might retaliate, therefore they're being kept under observation. "We're going to watch. We're going to pay attention to what's going on." T.K. Waters also requested everyone to keep a watch on any other gangs who had been involved in some kind of dispute. He claimed that the police department would follow each culprit individually if needed and keep everything a secret so that such incidents are not repeated. On top of all the violent culture Julio was a part of, he also got into trouble with the law as well. You see, Hip Hop DX stated that Julio Foolio was stopped by the cops and arrested in April 2022 on a charge of window tint violation. He was accompanied by 2 men inside the car who were also detained alongside him. Julio was taken to the Duval County Jail and later released on bond. It was reported that he was allowed to travel for his performances despite being put on house arrest. He was reportedly questioned for his friend's M, which was under investigation. The sources stated that Foolio's legal team has questioned the traffic stop multiple times. One of his attorneys, Louis Fusco, addressed the arrest in a statement and said, "Despite the state's position that the traffic stop was routine and random, common sense and the evidence suggest otherwise." Foolio later accepted a plea deal in September 2022. He pleaded not guilty to charges of tampering with evidence, following which he was ordered to serve a 6 months probation. The charges imposed for the window tint were removed as part of the plea deal. Fans believe that on the off chance Julio faked his death, it may be possible that someone might have been after him. If he did fake his death, he probably did everything in the way that he did because he knew somebody was out to get him, and he probably staged it to catch the people in the app to frame them to show who his ops truly were, and it was people that he was supposedly cool with. Another added, "R.I.P. Foolio. Street's been giving it to him since he was 11. He could have been a victim too. He was born into the situation like most of Jacksonville. Not saying it's right, but he didn't dish out anything that wasn't served to him." Y'all, the buzz around Julio's passing masked the tragedy his girlfriend allegedly had to go through. Sources revealed that Blanco seemingly was heartbroken at Julio's death, so much that she took to social media to cuss out people responsible for Julio's death. She said, "Y'all took my boyfriend from me. I hate y'all, and I won't be the only one crying." Fans speculate that Blanco might be aware of the perpetrator. The whisper suggests that she's trying to fight for justice for her boyfriend's death. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more hot piping teas of your favorite celebrities.